Hi, I'm IFBB Pro Jamie Nicole Pinder, and today is Sunday, so that means it's food prep day. What I do when I do my food prep is I start with cooking all my proteins. So I will start with my chicken, and then at the same time I'm going to be cooking up some, this is 93% lean beef, and this week I decided to get some tilapia. I usually don't eat that much fish in my diet during prep, but the chicken and beef is getting a little stale, so I thought I'd add a little something special. So let's get started. So actually, before we start the chicken, we're gonna put the beef in the griddle over here. And I don't really do anything fancy with the beef, just because both Gordon and I use it during the week. So I try not to season it while cooking, because we'll season it once we start making our meals with it for the week. Okay, so while that cooks, we can start trimming up our chicken. Usually we try and get Purdue chicken just because it's a little bit nicer and it has a little better taste to it, and it has a little bit less fat on it as well. This week, ShopRite brand was on sale for $1.99, so we grabbed that instead. And what I'll do is I will actually trim off all of these like nasty fatty pieces first. And then I kind of fillet my chicken breast. When you fillet them, what it does is it makes it so that the chicken cooks more evenly. If you didn't do this, then some of the chicken is a little bit thicker than other parts, and so some of it will be still raw while other pieces and parts of it are overcooked. Okay, so here's our fish. I haven't cooked fish in a really long time, and I'm really not quite sure what I'm gonna do with it yet, but we'll throw it on there. And I usually always foil my pans. These are really old pans. Then I'll just do a light cooking spray so the chicken or fish doesn't stick. I'm gonna make two different kinds of chicken this week. This one is Mrs. Dash tomato, basil, and garlic. Just sprinkle it on one side here. Nice thing about the Mrs. Dash stuff is that it's salt-free. So if you're sensitive to sodium like I am, Mrs. Dash makes a couple different flavors that are good. And then on this chicken, I'm going to use Trader Joe's 21 Seasoning Salute. This is something new I started trying, and it's pretty tasty. And I believe this one is also sodium-free. And I cook my chicken at 400 degrees. We have a small apartment here, a small oven. What I'll do is I put one tray on top, one tray on the bottom. Halfway through the cooking, I will flip them or switch them around, and so they can cook a little bit more even. Okay, so we've cooked up some cauliflower. I'm putting it in the dishes that I'm going to use during the week. The chicken is now done. Our beef is done. And we're going to cook up some broccoli now. Okay, so now we're going to bake up some vegetables for the week. I will use the asparagus. Part of it I think I'm gonna eat with the fish, and then the other part of it I will put in my eggs in the morning. And this is just McCormick garlic and herb salt free seasoning. And this is also what I put on the tilapia. And I'm also going to slice up some green squash. And the green squash I will eat with the chicken and beef during the week. So I'm gonna season it with the tomato, basil, and garlic Mrs. Dash. So I can eat it with the chicken that I seasoned it with too. Alright, so I have been using coconut oil as my oil for choice for my pre-made meals that I bring to work. I've just been on a coconut oil kick. So right now I'm no carb, so that's why we've got broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, and the green squash cooking. And when I get my coconut oil ready to put in my meals, I'll actually heat it up before measuring it. So I can measure it out and I'll pour it right over the meals. I do half chicken and half beef right now. That's something nice that you can do with your meals, is kind of half and half your protein sources to kind of change it up when things start getting a little stale. It's hard for me to eat a meal with just chicken in it or just beef right now, because I get sick of it, just like everybody else. Okay, so all of the pre-made meals that I made will last me probably for the next 2 days. These are the meals that I bring to work. As you can see, I still have some asparagus left. I have all of this nice green squash that I cooked. And these two things I will use in my other meals when I'm at home. And I'll also use them at the end of the week. And that concludes food prep.